So 2017 is going to go down in the history books as maybe one of the greatest years for gaming of all time. The amount of just fantastic, amazing games that came out this year is mind-boggling. Making this list, I was so happy making this list because I get to rant about all the amazing games that I loved playing this year, but at the same time it was really, really hard. Just for the fact that there were so many games to pick from and I had to condense it down to 10. I can't cheat anymore, I have to just keep it to 10. And man, there's some real amazing games that I had to keep off the list just because I couldn't fit it on here. So if you don't see a game you like, it's either because A, it doesn't qualify, B, I haven't played it yet, or C, it was just a tough year, tough competition this year. So a few ground rules before going in: no DLCs, no remasters, and any game that has come out in the year 2017 that I've played is eligible. So without any more ramblings or any more cuteness, let's get into the video. When you start a Game of the Year list off with Cuphead, the games that coming after are going to be pretty dang good. Cuphead's phenomenal. It really is. It's a stylish, hard as hell, but really fun and enjoyable game. It can be frustrating, but you get good, you persevere, through the mountain of pain, and you come out the other side and you feel really good. This game honestly makes you feel good about playing it, and it's one of those games that even though it's hard, it's never not fun. Like, you're always enjoying yourself, even during the frustrating moments. You just want to keep playing. You have that itch, you just want to keep on going, you want to beat that boss, you want to beat this game, you want to see how it all works out, and it's like a little mini boss rush with Contra elements, and it's a blast, it really is. Especially for 20 bucks, I can recommend it to pretty much anyone, even if you are not a fan of hard games.
The massacre was only the beginning. Who did this to us? Who attacked the tribe?
I have a sinking suspicion you guys are going to hate me for putting this game so far down on the list, but let me just reiterate, because this year was full of amazing games, amazing experiences, and a lot of competition for this game. In any other year, this game could have absolutely been Game of the Year for me. But, like I said, this game came out in 2017 with a lot of other games, and that's just not really how things worked out. You play as Aloy in this futuristic sci-fi world full of robot dinosaurs, but it's kind of interesting take on it because it's like lots of tech, but humanity's reverted back to tribalism, and lots going on, lots of story depth and elements that are pretty cool to see. It is an absolutely fun ride. I enjoyed the story. It didn't really break, new grounds in the story department. I wasn't blown away like a lot of other people were, but I thought the story was really good. The world, the characters really, help the story along. I really love Aloy. Hope to see more of her in the future. The gameplay's solid. The writing's solid. The acting's great. It was an overall really enjoyable experience. It just didn't really blow me away like a lot of other people did. It's still an open world game, still has all the normal open world trappings, and it does do a few things to change it up to make it feel a little bit more enjoyable. It trims the fat of what an open world game usually is in the year 2017, but it does still fall into a lot of cliches and trappings of that genre. So, it didn't blow me away like I said, but it is absolutely worthy of the number 9 spot on this list. I do have a lot of other games to talk about though, so let's move on. Sorry, Mark. Sheesh, I can hear you from here. Trust me, I know this game has problems, but its full release was just last week on PC. It did a lot to improve, and I can't ignore over 30 million copies sold. I mean, this game exploded on the internet. It just spread like wildfire, and I gotta say, yeah, the game has problems. That's why it's not number 1, but it is still an absolute joy to play. It kind of created a new genre of game, really. I mean, obviously it takes inspiration from other games, but it did start this whole battle royale craze that we're seeing with other copycat games like Fortnite and whatnot. This is the game that started all that, and it is also the best of the bunch. I know a lot of people were like, Fortnite's alright. It's also still in beta, so I can talk about this game instead. But with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds here, it is absolutely fun. It is just one of those games that really sucks you in. Even with its flaws, you can just keep playing for hours and hours and hours. Of course, it's going to get better over time. It's not perfect now, and it is not number one on the list, so it shouldn't really matter too much. Plus, it's my list, so whatever. I enjoy it. It's on the list at number 8. Mario Odyssey is a great, fun, enjoyable experience, and I was really smiling ear to ear basically the whole time I was playing this game. It really is pretty great. It really is a great experience, even for non-Mario fans, to get their hands on this game. It really is a great love letter to the fans. The Mario games, I mean, this is like the first Mario 3D, collectathon in 10 years, over 10 years, because last one was Mario Sunshine, but you all know I'm a huge fan of Sunshine and 64, so I was right on this game on release. It's great. It really is great. Like I said before, in any other year, this could have been Game of the Year, but don't let its number 7 spot detract from the fact that this game is absolutely a joy to play. I didn't think everything was perfect. There are absolutely flaws in this game, and it is not my favorite, Mario game. I know it's a lot of people's favorite Mario game. It is still an amazing game, and the developers should absolutely be proud of this. It is one of my favorite Mario games, but doesn't quite reach the same levels as, say, Sunshine or 64, in my opinion. But I did enjoy, every moment I spent with this game. And there's so much to find, so much to see and do in this game. It really is amazing, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I love Super Mario Odyssey. This game is worth it, the purchase of a Switch alone, and I know a lot of people just got Nintendo Switches over the holidays, so, if you get your chance to, get your hands on this game, I absolutely recommend it. But, like I said, got a lot of games to talk about this year, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, but before I do, I gotta say this, alright? Jump Up Superstar, amazing song. Like, this soundtrack is just, oh boy, this soundtrack's so good. You'll hear me say that about a few other games, but seriously, it's great. Wow, where do I even begin with Sonic Mania? You all know I'm a huge Sonic fan. My favorite Sonic game of all time is still Sonic 2, and oh man, this game brought back memories and created new ones at the same time. It's kind of weird how a nostalgic throwback like this can do that to you, but first of all, it's just a great game. It's a great Sonic game, but also it manages to take what's great about the Genesis games and expand upon it. It's hard to explain. They don't necessarily modernize the Sonic Genesis format, but they absolutely put their own spin on it. This game is basically the Sonic 4 that should have been. It just feels like a natural continuation of A, the story, and B, the gameplay. I mean, there's a few new moves Sonic has. The environment works a little differently. There's cute little things to do with the scenery and stuff, and it's great. Like, the game itself is just phenomenal. If you like the Genesis games, this is basically the closest you'll get to a real Sonic 4. I know Sonic 4 exists. We don't talk about that. We just don't talk about that. This game's great. A Hat in Time is just delightful. I mean, it really is. It's like the only word I can really think of, besides the obvious cute as heck, to describe this game, because it is cute as heck, but it's also just delightful. It's super fun. I mean, come on, this game didn't need to be this good, and it just somehow is. this is like the most variety I've seen in a platformer since like ever, actually. It just is so full of variety, so many things to do, so many different mission structures and themes that they toy around with. I mean, what other platformer collectathon do you know of that has a murder mystery level, a horror level, and just, oh my god, this game is just so good. Really, it is. They fine-tuned what they wanted this game to be, made it cute as heck, of course, and then just delivered and over-delivered on so many promised aspects of this game. It truly is one of my favorite games of all time, and the fact that it's only number 5 on this list should, like I said before, just speak as a true testament to the quality of the games coming after it. This game absolutely deserves your money, and you should support it if you haven't already. And if you've never heard of this game, absolutely go ahead and watch my review of it that I posted about 2 weeks ago now. Because it's really well done review and you'll like it, and this game is great and everyone should play it, and I love this game and I love it so much, and I'm never going to stop gushing about it, and it's great. It earns my number 5 spot, like easily. DokiDoki Literature Club, so cute, so well written and absolutely magnificently put together. This game is truly a surprise of 2017. So cute and innocent, nothing going on behind the scenes at all. I mean, seriously, there's no ulterior hidden messages, there's no plot twists, there's none of that. This game is just one of those pure, innocent, sweet games that you can just relax and play, enjoy the cute girls and the good writing and the light-hearted story, and just have a good time. Said no one. But on a serious note, I absolutely recommend playing DokiDoki Literature Club as blind as possible, because the less you know about this game going in, the better the story will unfold for you, and the better the user experience will be. But since this is a list of the top 10 games of 2017, I can recommend, if you don't want to know anything about the story of this game, you should absolutely skip forward to the timestamp below. If not, then I gotta just say this, because this is kind of a bit of a warning for those squeamish to some certain emotional and sad and psychological elements. This game is not what it seems and has some truly disturbing content in it. I know, it's really cute, it's really good, but it's super well written, and honestly was just absolutely mind-blowing when I looked into things after playing this game, because when you're first playing the game, my 99% is just you going, what the hell is going on? And then beating the game and going, what the hell just happened? And then you go on the wiki and, you know, I mean, things make sense, but then you go on the wiki and read about everything and how things tie together and how things are linked, and you're just like, holy crap, this game is brilliant. I mean, even just going back for a second playthrough or watching playthroughs online, you pick up on stuff and hints and foreshadowing and just amazing lines that you're just like, just shocked by, just absolutely shocked at how easily they were able to weave this whole thing together. And it's truly brilliant, truly a brilliant game that squeamish people probably shouldn't play, but is still phenomenal. Absolutely great game.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
Speaking of brilliant writing and psychological elements, this game is full of both of those things. From here on out, honestly, I had such a hard time picking between these top 3 games that honestly they could be interchangeable just depending on the mood I'm in. But let's just continue on with the overall summary of Nier Automata. So Nier Automata is a Platinum-made game, written and directed by Yoko Taro, and is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just mind-blowingly good, and I'm kind of shocked and stunned and lost for words at the quality and the emotions and the feelings I felt after playing this game. I mean, it's existential, it's sad, it's funny, it's great. It's really great, and I recommend everyone play it, because you should just play it and at least get through the first 5 endings. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad. I mean, at least the first 3, but honestly, you should go to 5. You should just do the whole, you know what, screw it, 100% this game, please, because I told you to, because it's that good. It really is good. The characters the writing, the story, it's all just so great. It really makes you think while also having the time of your life, because this is like the perfect storm of amazing gameplay. And when you have the gods of action gameplay such as Platinum behind this, it's really easy to see why. Absolutely my favorite Platinum game, and I hear the first Nier is really good too. It's one of those games that I never actually got around to playing, but after playing this, I'm definitely gonna go back and play the other one, because I'm thoroughly interested to see how that all plays out. So yeah, it's just freaking great. Like, words and gushing alone can't describe it, and that kind of, goes with the last, these last top 3 games on this list. It just is so good. Play it, please, just play it. Surprise, surprise, Zelda's near the top of the list. I mean, what can I say about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that's not been said already by millions of people? This game is pretty much everyone's universal game of the year this year, and while it's not mine, it is absolutely one of my favorite games ever. I mean, seriously, 2017 was just a freaking phenomenal year for games, and this game really, really drives that nail home. This game succeeds in all the places that Horizon Zero Dawn fails. Horizon Zero Dawn refreshed the open world genre. Breath of the Wild reinvents the open world genre. This game does things that I've never seen a video game do, at least not to this extent, and it's amazing what this game pulls off. The level of detail and freedom and openness this game provides is absolutely unrivaled. And for a launch title on the Nintendo Switch, yeah, Nintendo did a good job with this game. I mean, all of my praises so far have not even gone into the amazing visuals and the wonderful story with the great characters and the awesome gameplay and everything else that this game offers, but I don't even think it needs to. This game stands on all of its facets individually on par with all the games that have come before it on this list. And yes, it isn't my favorite game this year. There is one game that I like a lot more than this game, and I'm gonna gush about that in about a minute now, but I do want to just say that everyone who did pick this game as their game of the year is absolutely justified in doing that, because this game is phenomenal. It really, really is, and I can't stress enough how hard it really was to pick between these last 3, games, but it's how it worked out. This game's great. The DLC is great too. It's just amazing, and I'm so glad, so glad Nintendo is making their big comeback, because 2017 really was the year of the Nintendo comeback, and it's great to see. And no better way to kick off the Nintendo Switch than with this amazing launch title. Good job, guys.
You are truly as he anticipated. This is truly an unjust game. But if my voice is reaching you, I beg you, please overcome this game and save the world.
I'll navigate your escape route.
This really wasn't a fair year. I mean, all these amazing games come out this year, and Persona 5 just has to put them all to shame, and it just, holy crap, Persona 5 came out this year, guys, and it's so good. It's unfair how good this game is, and how emotional it makes you, and how much you care about it, and you just want to continue playing and being in this world. I mean, it's a 100-hour RPG that I did not want to end, because I did not want to have to say goodbye to these characters. That's how much I got emotionally connected to this game and its world and its characters and its writing and its simple moments, and it's just, man, I'm getting super worked up. I've only been talking for like 50 seconds, and I'm already just getting super worked up here. It's just that good. This is what I get for not writing a script, am I right? But no, this game legitimately might be my favorite video game ever created of all time. I mean, up until a while, it's been held by Persona 4, specifically Golden, when I played that a few years ago. But, I mean, this game might top it. It definitely tops it in a few areas, like presentation, soundtrack, and overall just everything surrounding like the visuals and the audio in this game is just miles above 4. But I still haven't decided, so I'm not going to make that official blanket statement here, but I will say this game is damn near perfect in most every way, and it is absolutely one of my favorite games ever made. It's definitely up there. So it's just, man, you know, I get to gush about this game finally after I've been waiting so long to talk about it, but I don't want to just go into like story stuff because the story's really great and it's really involving and you really feel like what you're doing is important. But what really separates this game from the rest is just, like I said before, the characters and the writing and the events and everything you do and the way you bond with everybody and how what you do in the real world affects everything in the metaverse and how everything you do in the metaverse affects the real world, and you just, everything connects so seamlessly. And it's like one of the only games that made me like actively want to do the boring stuff with the traditionally boring stuff, because it made what is traditionally boring stuff in other games really fun. It makes what's boring in real life really fun. Going and studying before a test is fun in this game, and I don't understand even how they did that. It's just so great, and just the level of interactivity and the level of depth that it has with its characters it's astonishing, and it's just so well done. And I could sit here for hours and gush about this game, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys because it's just, I don't want to sit here for hours. I really love this game, and I feel like it's gotten snubbed by a lot of other outlets and stuff like that. I know it's got its dues. I mean, it won Best RPG of the Year at the Game Awards, but I just feel like not as many people are talking about it anymore, and we really should still be talking about a game that's this goddamn good. But it's just, man, yeah. You can tell I didn't do this with a script, did you? Because I've just been rambling about it. But seriously, this is something special. This is a game I'm gonna remember for a long time, and I'm so glad that this came out. This game changed me as a person. All the Persona games have changed me as a person. I don't know what it is about Persona, but they're so freaking good. All of them, just so good. If you haven't played a Persona game before, this is probably the best one to start with. But I absolutely recommend each and every one of them to you, even the old ones, even the PS1, Persona 1. It's really a great series that is really special. It's really near and dear to my heart. And all these characters from over the years, I mean, they all stay right in my head, right in my heart, man. You get so attached to all these characters, and it's like when you beat the game, it's like you're saying goodbye to your real friends. I know that sounds really dumb, really cheesy, but it's true. It really is. This game makes you just feel stuff, man. It just does. And the ending of this game is super hype. And it's just such a good ride from beginning to end. I played this game for over 100 hours my first playthrough, and I didn't want it to end. I really didn't. I wanted to keep going. I just wanted more. And that just goes to show the quality of this game experience and how immersed and emotionally enveloped I got in it. And that's why this game wins my Game of the Year. I mean, I could go into the in-depth mechanics about all the things it does right with RPG gameplay and how fun it is and each individual character breakdown, but I don't need to. This game is special. It truly is a special game to me, and that's why it's my Game of the Year. And I'm so glad I got to talk about it and share that little bit with you, and I want to talk about this game more. I just was kind of waiting for the right opportunity and just never really came. But it really is a special game in my heart, and I'm just so glad I got a chance to play it. Really, I am. It's that good, guys. But yeah, that about does it. God, I need to start doing a script for these, don't I? That about does it. I mean, each and every one of these games on this list is so amazing, and there's so many I had to leave out just because so much came out this year, man. It's really unfair. This year was so good for gaming. It's insane. But let me know your guys' Game of the Year down below. Did I miss anything that you feel should have been on here? Just let me know down below in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next one. So stay classy, guys.